All right, I'm going to see if I can do this. If I can go live from two different places at the same time. mm, mm, mm. Hello. Okay, so we are on here. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope that everyone is doing well. Hello everyone. As you are coming in, definitely drop your name in the chat so that we can welcome you by name and so that you can promote your business. I am so grateful to be here, everyone that is joining. My name is Angelise Prince. I'm the founder and finance manager at Galatians Bookkeeping. And Galatians Bookkeeping, we are a Christ-based finance management firm that is based in Atlanta, Georgia, and we help entrepreneurs and creatives get back to the work that they love. We handle all things accounting, all things finance, all things financial strategy, plus so much more. We get into CFO strategies and tax planning and tax management and wealth management and all of that beautiful stuff. And so I am so grateful to be before you. We will be meeting during this financial strategy session, during this financial strategy bootcamp for the next 30 business days. Okay. Over the next 30 business days, we'll be meeting every single day. Every single weekday, Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be getting into all things financial strategy. We'll be getting into a plethora of things that I believe will bless you. And so, yeah, this is where we will be. This is going to be very, very exciting. If you aren't familiar with Galatians Bookkeeping was started over 3 years ago. By the grace of God. And over the last 3 years, he has helped us to be able to manage over $10 million in gross revenue. We started with completely grassroots, no money, no website, no nothing. But God has been so grateful and so gracious to be able to help us to be able to pour into so many people who are wanting to glean financial strategy and to get their finances organized so that they can go far and fast. Okay. So that's what we are doing here at Galatians Bookkeeping, and that's what we'll be doing here at the financial strategy session. Just to give you a little bit of background on who I am, to give you some insights as to who I am and a little bit more about me. I started my first business over 10 years ago, and I was doing things in the way that the world was doing them, whether it be financial management, whether it be business, whether it be entrepreneurial practices, and I got the results in the same way, as the way of the world, right? I saw failure after failure after failure in my business. And it wasn't until I gave my personal life to Christ that I was able to see a complete and drastic difference in the way that I stewarded my finances, in the way that I ran my businesses, and so many other things, right? And so God has been very, very gracious to allow me to now be able to take a lot of the practices that He has, poured onto me and has given me wisdom for, and to use those to not only strategize in my own businesses, in the multiple businesses that He has allowed me to start, but He's also allowed me to be able to pour that into others who I am helping as their financial strategist and as their finance manager. Okay. And so I'm really, really grateful to be here. And like I said, over the next 30 days, we'll be digging into financial strategy regarding every area of your business. However, what you'll find that is very different that what you'll find that is very different regarding what we do versus anywhere else that any other bookkeeping firm or financial management firm, is that we are putting God first. We are putting God first in our businesses. We're putting God first in our finances. And the reason why is not just so that we can, try to take a lot of people think that when you include Jesus in business, they think, oh, well, they just want me to not be as successful. People just don't want me to do this or don't want to do that. And, oh, I don't want to do that because it's so emotional and business is supposed to be hard, work. No. What we'll unpack over the next 30 days is that there are direct and deliberate scriptures that can be applied to your business and that should be applied to your business, not only to give honor and glory to God who gave us the business and the finances and the clients and customers in the first place, but also because there are promises that are given to us as children of God for honoring Him with our finances and with our resources. Excuse me. I think I need a little tea. And that's what we will be talking about over the next 30 days. And so I'm really, really excited about all that God is going to do, in our businesses, in your business, as you are really locking in throughout this financial strategy bootcamp, because it's going to be very, very powerful. Okay, it's going to be very, very powerful. So we're going to go through every area of your business from top to bottom, inside and out, by the help of the Holy Spirit. And we're going to be talking about how to set up your financial, systems so that they can function well and operate and make sense for you in business. So we're going to be laying the biblical foundation, right? And then we're going to be going through every area of your business: sales, operations, marketing, and accounting. Those are the 4 parts of every business that so many entrepreneurs get confused on. They start investing into marketing before they even get sales in the door. They start investing in accounting before they even get sales in the door, or they start investing in sales opportunities that will not bring a positive ROI into their business. And so we want to use and glean what Holy Spirit has given us, the wisdom that He has given us, to be able to go forth and actually have businesses that are long standing. Okay, that are long standing. All right. All right. So I want to make sure that we were good there. Okay. So one thing that I'll start out with is a story on how this actually is going to be worth your while, I believe, and going to be I don't want to say mildly, but massively transformative for your business and potentially for your life as well. I believe for your life, because if you're including these things in your business, why wouldn't you want to apply them to your life? Okay. And so I'm going to share a story of, one of the clients that I was working with. This client came to us, and they were at anywhere from $400 to $600,000 gross revenue, right? That's what they were making top line in their business. Excuse me. And by the end of that year that they had come to us, they were net profit negative 6 figures. Okay, so they were negative 6 figures, and they came to us, and we started talking, and we started working together, and we started strategizing. We started operationalizing all of their systems, making sure that their financial systems and programs were in place. And within 6 months, and we also collaborated with a very genius, I believe, operations coordinator or operations expert. And we started collaborating, and we started to put, so much work and effort into our client being able to get back to a place of being on the right foot in terms of their finances and in terms of their operations and their systems and things like that, right? So within 6 months of us working with this client, they went from, again, they were top line between 4 and 600,000 one year, and they ended the year at net profit negative 6 figures. Okay. So after only 6 months, this client went from, let's say on average, about 500,000 top line. Within 6 months, they were at top line $1.5 million in 6 months. 1.5 million in 6 months. Okay. And that was just like the year hadn't even ended yet. That's what their volume was. That's the amount of contracts that they had in 6 months. Now, you might be thinking, well, that was probably their sales department. That was probably their marketing department. No, we were there. They didn't have a sales department when we got there. They didn't have a salesperson that was doing anything, right? And not only that, you have to think about from an operational standpoint. Let's just say, for the sake of this example, let's just say that we had nothing to do with it. Let's just say that they were going to make that 1.5 million without any accounting help, without any financial strategy, without any financial anything, without a finance team. Because a lot of people also say that, accounting and finance people, they're not needed. It's just easy. Anybody can do it. It's just numbers. Well, yeah, anybody can paint a wall too. But that doesn't mean that you want to paint your whole house, right? Yikes. Okay. So some people might say, well, you don't need a financial strategist. You don't need an accounting person. It's just easy. You just send the invoice and you get the money and that's it. No. When you get multi-million-dollar contracts, even if you get multi-six-figure contracts, most times the people who are paying that kind of money, they have a finance department, they have an accounting department, and you better believe that there are ramifications that they're going to go through in order to make sure that everything is set up seamlessly. They're not just going to pay the invoice just out of nowhere and just, oh, yeah, here's just all the money. No. What they're going to request from you, and this is if they have an accounting department, and especially if they have like an accountant, a CFO, a controller, and a real accounting department, right? What you're going to find is they're going to say, no, before we pay this invoice, we need a bank verification letter. Before we pay this invoice, we need your W-9 form. Before we pay this invoice, we need documents A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we need you to get it. But you're the entrepreneur, you're the CEO. No, you're already focused on how we can get the next client, right? And so it all comes down to making sure that your operations are organized, that your operations are seamless, because you might get the client, but you might end up embarrassing yourself because you're not able to keep up with the documentation requests that they've been asking you for. Yikes. I know that hurts. I know that stings. And so within the same client, we set up all of those systems, all those operations. And so once they have the system going, it's boom, boom, we got it. We got it, right? And so not only that, a lot of people too, a lot of entrepreneurs, they get into this space where they do get the six-figure contract that comes in. They do get the $200,000 contract that comes in. And what do? Unfortunately, because again, they haven't laid the foundation, they take the $200,000 that comes into the business bank account, and they might transfer or withdraw $10,000 of that, maybe $20,000, maybe $100,000. And they say, okay, we got the client. Great. I'm going on vacation. Great. You wouldn't believe, you might think it's laughable, but they'll take that money and they'll say, okay, great. I'm going on vacation. Okay, great. I'm going to hire 10 people because clearly we have a $200,000 invoice. So clearly we need 10 people that we're all going to pay six figures. No, you need a financial strategist that is there looking at the details for you so that you're not making these blanket decisions out of nowhere and saying, yeah, let's just throw all this money out there. No, because out of that one contract that you just got, the $200,000, you're going to need $175,000 to implement on that, right? So no, don't take the $100,000 out and go on vacation. Don't take $100,000 out and go hire a whole team of people just so you can say, oh yeah, I have a team. No, don't do that. Let's look at the ROI. Let's look at the actual project itself. Let's make sure that the project and the contract is actually profitable so that at the end of the day, when the contract ends or when the relationship ends, we can say, yep, we made a profit on that. You need the strategy. You need the foresight. And so all of those things and all of those components are what we're going to talk about throughout this financial strategy bootcamp. There are so many people, so many entrepreneurs that say, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at the finances. I hate the details. And then, yikes, unfortunately, when a bookkeeper or an accountant or a financial strategist comes in and says, hey, don't spend money on that. You can't spend the business credit card, or you can't use the business debit card like it's your own personal card. You can't go out to lunch every single day. You need to pack your lunch because it's not within the budget, right? Then the entrepreneur gets mad, right? Oh, well, I should be making this amount. No, let's not have pride. So within everything that we're doing in this financial strategy bootcamp, we're laying the biblical foundation and then getting into the practical steps of how to actually grow your business, because that's what we're about, right? We're about actually growing your business, organizing your finances so that you can actually grow your business. Because if you're not growing, you have no business, right? And so some of the things that we're talking about throughout this bootcamp, it may sound tough. It may sound a little harsh, and that's okay. But there's no condemnation. I'm not judging you. A lot of accountants or finance folks, can have the tendency to talk to entrepreneurs like they're stupid. You're not stupid. You can't be stupid, right? Because you started a business and your business is actually succeeding. You have clients, you have customers. So there's no way that your business isn't doing well. There's no way that you're stupid. So come out of agreement with that. You're not stupid. You're actually very smart. And you're really good at producing. You're really good at efficiency, and you're really good at getting the job done, right? So now let's take the time throughout this financial strategy bootcamp and be strategic about your finances. Let's be strategic about your operations. Let's be strategic about the output versus the input. And let's make it grow. And let's be serious about this thing, because right now we're going into Q4, and you know that there's not only tax deadlines coming up, but you know that once the top of the year hits, everybody, first of all, before we even get to the top of the year hitting, you know that once the holidays come up, depending on what your business is, a lot of people are going to be out of the office. A lot of people are going to be unreachable. A lot of people are not going to be around to help you with the things that you need help with, right? Especially accountants. Accountants take off. That's one thing that we're going to do. Finance people, we worked all year, okay? We're going to take off, right? And so what you don't want is to be scrambling at the top of the year when everybody is scrambling, everybody else is scrambling, everybody else is starting their business. You have, and I would think about it like that too. Like, at the beginning of every single year, no matter what business you are, you better believe that there are thousands upon thousands of people. And this is not to scare you, but this is just to tell you that let's get prepared, because once you get to the top of the year, you have thousands upon thousands of people who are starting businesses that are in your direct industry. So if you're a marketing agency, for example, you better believe that there's thousands upon thousands of people who are also starting marketing agencies. And again, if you're doing business God's way, there really is no competition for you, right? But why try to take the back seat for Q4 instead of doubling down on your strategy and your insights and your operations and your marketing and your accounting to make sure that you're set up for success for Q1 next year, right? And one thing that I'll say too is a lot of the multi-million-dollar businesses that you know and love, they've already done their financial strategy. They did their financial strategy over the summer. They did their financial strategy in Q2 and Q3, so that Q4 that they can do a soft launch of the implementation and the strategy that they've been baking up during Q2 and Q3. That's what they're doing, right? And so right now we're in the end of Q3 going into Q4. So let's go ahead and be serious about this financial strategy, okay? Let's go ahead and be serious about it, because a lot of entrepreneurs, you're making the money. You have no problem making the money, but what can you show for it? And so that's why we want to make sure that you have all of the information that you are needing from a financial standpoint, from a strategic standpoint, as you're going into the rest of this year, and God willing, years after. Okay. Now, one thing that I'll let you in on, that I haven't released yet, that I have not released to the masses, that I have not released to my email list, is that if you're watching this live, if you're watching the replay, one thing that we are doing here at Galatians Bookkeeping is we are opening up a bookkeeper community. We're calling it the Back Pocket Bookkeeper Community, okay? A lot of people come to us and they say, I might not be ready to have a bookkeeper on my team, or, they might feel like for whatever reason they don't have margin in their budget to afford a bookkeeper, or whatever the case. But they just want somebody in their back pocket, a bookkeeper, a financial strategist in their back pocket that they can, email and ask questions. We can review profit and loss statements or balance sheets, or see if things look a little bit off, or they want to ask questions, ask a tax question, or a strategy question, or whatever the case, right? A lot of people just want that. They just want to have access to somebody who is financially equipped, right? Or strategically equipped, and can just and it's only by Holy Spirit, right? For me. But they want to have access to somebody who has the insights into financial strategies. And so for that reason, we are opening up the back pocket bookkeeper community. It's a tongue twister. It's okay. But we're opening up the back pocket bookkeeper community, okay? So this is where you will have access, monthly access, and really biweekly access, two community calls that we will be hosting through Zoom or through Google Meet. And this is a place where you can come and you can join in with us every other week, every 2 weeks. You can ask your questions. We will be sharing with you the financial strategies that are most applicable to the business marketplace as it stands at that moment. Any tax questions or any tax deadlines or tax changes that are coming up soon, or anything that is changing regarding the IRS, you will have access to that. We'll be giving you information regarding those things and giving you the explanation regarding those things as well. We'll be giving you the financial strategies within those calls. We'll be giving you the CFO strategies, which a CFO by itself costs like at least $10,000 a month, even if you go, partial CFO or fractional CFO, They're going to be thousands upon thousands of dollars for you every single month. We're giving you those strategies in our back pocket bookkeeper community. I might have to change the name because I need to say it easier. But we'll be giving you those CFO strategies. We'll be giving you the tax planning strategies, and we'll also be giving you the wealth management and the wealth planning strategies as well. Okay, all things investment, all things. All right, and so you have access to that within the back pocket bookkeeper community. Okay, now after this boot camp, the price of being in that community will go up. Okay, after this boot camp closes, and so we will be here every single weekday for 30 business days, meeting at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and so after this boot camp, after the 30 days are up, the price of the back pocket bookkeeper community will go up. And so if you want to get access to that right now, you want to go to galatiansbookkeeping.com/strategy. Okay. You want to go to galatiansbookkeeping.com/strategy. Okay. Again, that is galatiansbookkeeping.com/strategy. All right. To get access to the back pocket bookkeeper community for the reduced rate. Again, after this boot camp is over, the price will go up. Okay. Now, there is a way that you can get free access to the back pocket bookkeeper community. Okay. I will be sharing more details about that tomorrow during day 2 of the Financial Strategy Bootcamp. Okay. So you need to come and attend tomorrow's live if you want to learn how to get free access to the back pocket bookkeeper community. Okay. If you want to get access to that right now, you can go to galatiansbookkeeping.com/strategy. Okay. So this is going to be really good. I believe that your business is going to change for the better and change forever after we go through everything relating to what we're going to be talking about here in the Financial Strategy Bootcamp. It's going to be very, very good. I'm really excited for all that God is going to do throughout this bootcamp. And so if you have not already, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel at Galatians Bookkeeping. Okay, so you want to go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram at Galatians Bookkeeping. And yeah, it's going to be really good. So again, we're going to be meeting here every single weekday, Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will also have access to the replays on our YouTube channel, which is Galatians Bookkeeping. If you ever want to know how to spell Galatians, it's in the Bible. So galatiansbookkeeping.com. So I would encourage you to go look in the Bible to learn how to spell Galatians. And it's going to be a really, really good time. It's going to be powerful. I know that God is going to show up and show out regarding this bootcamp, and it's going to be really, really good. All right. So we will be back here tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by God's grace. And until then, I will see you guys later. I'm so excited, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.